Yo, I come from a small city where nothing is handed. Took my talents and made them work for me, look where I landed. I know a lot of those out there really don't want me having it. They just mad that I'm creeping on them and they had advantages. See, when my voice is on, I let my voice be the change. Put it in these communities, let it give them some range. Let them know that they got a shot at anything they want. And it ain't all about the teaching, but really how they responded. And here on KBLA Talk 1580, we gon' get into it. The whole world will smile out of your media. The others tell it, but they truth have some limits. We got that food for soul, not what they feeding you. Black lives matter all the time. Yeah, let's talk about it. After school to prison pipeline. Yeah, let's talk about it. Police brutality out of line. Yeah, let's talk about it. All these thoughts running through my mind. We gotta talk about it. I am unapologetically progressive in efforts to fight for the people. Gotta exercise our voting rights and then push the needle. I'm walking tall, cause I know that y'all expect me to lead. To push the message I am willing to bleed. I gotta give reform, I'm highly informed. Don't put down a pen, I got a list. I can't resist, I preach it till I talk with a list. And who you know gon' give it to you like this? Here on KBLA Talk 1580, we gon' get it. The whole world will smile out of your media. The others tell it, but they truth have some limits. We got that food for soul, not what they feeding you. Black lives matter all the time. Yeah, let's talk about it. After school to prison pipeline. Yeah, let's talk about it. Police brutality out of line. Yeah, let's talk about it. All these thoughts running through my mind. We gotta talk about it.
Yeah, man, let's talk about it. We got a lot to talk about right here. KBLA Talk 1580. Welcome to the Danny Morrison Show, the whole 9 of the nighttime, right at 9, ready to blaze up another episode with another topic that I believe literally every person checking out the broadcast can relate to. I'm willing to bet that every single one of you has been impacted by it in some way, shape, or form. You see, I shared this with all of you before. I had an older king in my family give me a nugget years ago that has stuck with me even today. While going through a breakup as a young teenage boy, he told me that, and I quote, "You can tell how painful a breakup can be because a 300-pound man could bludgeon you for hours. And regardless of how much physical damage he does to you, those physical wounds will eventually heal and you'll be just fine. But the words of a petite 125-pound queen can pierce your heart and soul so badly that with the emotional wounds created from the experience, the effects could last you an entire lifetime." End quote. Why? Because words matter. If you're an avid listener to the broadcast, you might even recall a young man calling this show months ago to tell me that we should delete the word black from our vocabulary because of the connotations it represents. He said that if you look up the word black in the dictionary, the definition is purely negative. He mentioned that America is the only country in the world where people identify themselves as a color instead of simply going by their nationality, which is American. And that's all true. Now, for those that remember that gentleman, I reminded him that America is the most progressive country in the world, at least by its original concept. No country in the history of the world has tried to blend this many races, colors, creeds, religions, and sexual orientations and told everybody, go live your lives and be free. Needless to say, there was bound to be some bumps along the way, but he did have a point. Absolutely. Why? Because words matter. You might make the case that we shouldn't be using the word homeless, a word that we all use so liberally here in the city of Los Angeles. Some tend to believe the reason the word should be in question is because just because our members of our transient population happen to not have a house at this present time doesn't mean that they don't have a home. Where they live is their home. And for those that are comfortable in those situations, they would tell you the same thing. Because they could be without a house and still have a home. That's why advocates have started adopting the term houseless as a replacement. Why? Because words matter. You could also make the case that we shouldn't be calling our ancestral family members slaves. Whenever you identify our forefathers and mothers as slaves, we place the entire dehumanizing experience on the person that was in bondage. They were forced into that position. Slavery wasn't a choice, contrary to what Kanye West may believe. So instead, we should be calling them enslaved or an enslaved person. That humanizes the term and then simultaneously places the responsibility back on white America and their barbaric practices of enslaving us as a people right where the right responsibility belongs. Why? because words matter. The point is, tonight, I want to talk about the power of words. How simple words coming from our mouths could do as much damage to someone as physical violence could, if not more. And something happened within the Raw report just last week, which proved once again that words can still be harmful even when you're trying to be complimentary to people with the same racial group as you. It happened with the brilliant content creator, social influencer, and entrepreneur Jessica Rose, who came into this very studio in all her glory. For those unaware, Jessica Rose has made quite the impact on TikTok by commanding almost 400,000 followers and generating millions of views on her hilarious, compelling, thought-provoking, and sometimes controversial content. But it was the moment she made in a comment on the Danny Mo Show last week, which prompted my seemingly harmless reaction that many people are talking about. Listen.
Right now, see, I'm just as fat as I am online.
First of all, you are beautiful. Stop it right now.
Well, no, we can have a conversation about that because fat and beautiful coexist. I'm fat and bomb.
It's the confidence and the knowledge of
it's the consistency for me about giving words power that I feel like, why do we do that so much? Why do we do that so much? Why is every time someone says I'm fat, you're like, you're beautiful? I know that.
And she is. And by the way, she is right. Every single time someone is self-deprecating about their obesity, I've always been quick to try and uplift them by using my words to help them feel better about themselves, rather than wallow in their own negativity. The problem is, my response says more about me than it does about that person. To automatically make the assumption that someone that is obese doesn't believe that they are beautiful is foul. There have been many cases throughout history which showed larger males and females who displayed even more confidence than people that consider themselves to be physically fit. So yeah, it highlights my biases when I treat heavier people as if they are suffering from a life's disease while coming across holier than thou as if I live in a diocese. I should never make the presumption that a person that is overweight never sees themselves as beautiful. And it's a lesson that I've learned at this advanced stage in my life, which only proves that an old dog can still learn new tricks and to never assume that you can ever stop learning. In conclusion, you probably heard me say how I believe the N-word is the most powerful word in the English language because it's the one word that can be used as a term of endearment or a racial slur and still generate a visceral response between all parties involved. And tonight, I want us to spend this broadcast talking about the power of words and whether we African Americans have the wherewithal to address each other in a more positive fashion, regardless of whether we are foundational or not, by the way, and also whether we are equipped to navigate through the firestorm of microaggressions, negative undertones, and all-out slurs that we will be subjected to as we progress further and further through this American social and racial reckoning. As a matter of fact, Denzel Washington told us just how powerful words can be from our elders when he gave a commencement speech at the University of Pennsylvania back in 2011. Listen.
I was 20 years old. I was at my lowest point. And then one day, and I remember the exact day, March 27th, 1975, I was helping my mother in a beauty shop. My mother owned a beauty shop up in Mount Vernon. And there was this older woman who was considered one of the elders in the town. And I didn't know her personally, but I was looking in the mirror, and every time I looked at the mirror, I could see her behind me, and she was staring at me. She just kept looking at me. Every time I looked at her, she kept giving me these strange looks. So she finally took the dryer off her head and she said something I'll never forget. First of all, she said, "Somebody give me a piece of paper. Give me a piece of paper." She said, "Young boy, I have a prophecy, a spiritual prophecy." She said, "You are going to travel the world and speak to millions of people."
Wow. And he obviously did. Do you see how a simple message from our elders can impact us at every stage of our lives? What if that gang member had his confidence built up as a child instead of being torn down all the time by being told that he's as pathetic as his father? What if that promiscuous teenage black girl was told that they were beautiful instead of being told they look like a prostitute when they wear tight clothing. Or that both of them are stupid. Or that they would never amount to anything. What if we use the power of our words to heal rather than tearing our young people down? We need to spend more time listening than talking. We need to spend more time listening than just hearing. Let's also get back to paying homage to those that came before us. And let's also develop the understanding that you're never too old to learn a life lesson. No truer words have ever been spoken. But that's just me. Tell me what you think, LA. Huh? Do you understand the power of words? Can you be hurt by them? Or are you at a point in your life where sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt you? Huh? Also, what do you think about calling our ancestral family members the enslaved instead? What do you think about calling homeless people houseless people instead? Huh? And do you feel that we should keep evolving with our vernacular, or are we taking things a step too far? And lastly, don't y'all leave me out here by myself. Robin, don't you leave me out here by myself. Are you also quick to compliment someone when they are self-deprecating, huh? When they are putting themselves down, huh? If they're calling themselves fat or otherwise, do you find yourself working to soften the blow in real time? Don't y'all leave me out here by myself tonight. However, holla at your voice. Your voice is changed. Your voice is community. Your voice is on. 1-800-920-1580. 1-800-920-1580. You can also stream us via the brand new KBLA streaming app on your app store, iOS or Android. It don't matter. That same app allows you to send me your questions and comments that I will answer live at different intervals throughout the broadcast. Plus, like, share, and follow your favorite radio station live on our socials, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at KBLA 1580. Feel free to follow me at Danny Mo Show on those same platforms too. Plus, me and my black-suited partner in crime, Robin Ayers, will take your comments via the ecosystem of our social network. Check this out. When we come forward, I will add another 7 series to add to the topic of conversation tonight. Look, words matter. They can be used to build someone up. They can be used to tear someone down. But there are a few types of people out there that look like they're showing love to you, but they really ain't. They ain't. So my 7 series tonight is the 7 people showing fake love to you, and you may not even know. I'm here to put you up on game. I'll tell you exactly who's in your corner and who obviously isn't. Stay tuned. Add to the conversation with your phone calls when we come forward. Welcome to the Danny Morrison Show on Unapologetically Progressive, KBLA Talk 1580. We got a lot to talk about. Let's rock. Come on.
From Bakersfield to Los Angeles, like George and Weezy, Danny Morrison is moving on up at KBLA Talk 1580.
At Cedars-Sinai, we're honored to be named the #1 hospital in California and the #2 hospital in the nation in U.S. News and World Report's Best Hospitals Honor Roll. We're also proud to be named #1 in 6 specialties in Los Angeles. Thank you to our physicians, their team members who bring their best to Cedars-Sinai every day. Learn more about our top-ranked care at cedars-sinai.org.
KBLA Talk 1580, putting the spotlight on culture and community. The Rodney King Foundation works in the community to promote positive race relations and achieve social justice. The foundation provides advocacy, educational scholarships, and the powerful Walk in Love initiative. The Rodney King Foundation seeks a world of hope, tolerance, and social justice, where divisiveness has been overcome and all people live together peacefully and harmoniously. Executive Director, Founder, Laura King is striving to enhance the community's self-esteem, health, social services, and social justice locally and worldwide. The foundation is dedicated to continuing the message of Laura's father. Please visit rodneyking.org or call 626-541-2907. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
It's pro time because at Lowe's, it's Provember. Save big with inventory you can count on, like Flex products or DeWalt power tools starting at just $99. Plus, Lowe's MVPs members earn up to 3 times bonus points per dollar on select items. Save all Provember long. Bonus points calculated before taxes and fees after applicable discounts, if any. MVP's Pro Rewards Program. Terms and restrictions apply. See Lowe's.com/L/Pro Loyalty Terms. Subject to change. Prices valid from 10/17/22 to 2/3/23 or until supplies last.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580. Connecting you with services and solutions. Stop the violence. Increase the Peace Foundation. It's a non-profit, community-based organization dedicated to fostering peace while mitigating violence in our society. Established in 1993, Stop the Violence, Increase the Peace has provided a wide variety of assistance to thousands of youth, families, and victims of violence over the past 3 decades, including intervention services and victims advocacy. In addition, the foundation offers an array of classes focused on anger management, domestic violence, parenting, substance abuse, and more. To make a donation or to access services, call 323-445-8620. That's 323-445-8620 or visit www.increasethepeacefoundation.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Real talk, real time, the gospel truth. You're listening to the Danny Morrison Show on KBLA Talk 1580.
We are live on YouTube as we speak, and y'all need to go to YouTube and see just how beautiful Miss Robin is right now on YouTube. Go to YouTube, the KBLA 1580 page right now. See how beautiful. She been to Sephora or something, or what is it, Mac? Is it Mac or Sephora? Which one is it?
Ulta. It's
Ulta.
No, just kidding. I'm playing. No, thank you.
I'm not here to tell you how to think, but I am here to tell you what to think about. We black in the spot. Another episode of the Danny Morrison Show, KBLA Talk 1580. So clean. Let's check in with the queen. I mean, hit it, Daddy. Come on, let's go. What we doing? Queen to be. I was trying to think of a song with
you
black
didn't
in
do
it.
anything. I'm shocked.
Black. Give me a song with black in it.
Blackberry molasses.
Ooh. Okay, give me one more time. She's your queen to be. Ooh, I'm struggling.
Failed.
Blackberry molasses is not beautiful enough. Give me a sexy song, maybe a slow jam with black in the title.
I'm not sure.
Black. Come on, listeners, help a brother out. With black in the title.
It is.
That's
totally
crazy that we can't think of one.
I don't know.
We as a black community ain't no bomb songs with black in the title.
I don't know.
Black. I gotta think about
it. I take the compliment anyway. So thank you very much. You didn't have to do the voice thing. We left it all to him, and it was beautiful as is. So.
We might come back to it.
But thank you. We already did it twice.
Andy's already searching. I can already see. He's searching right now. I appreciate you, Andy. You can't even come up with one, huh? That's crazy, right?
Yeah, I don't think. Which is really funny that you would think because we're all pro-black and black artists and black love. Is there a black love song?
There hasn't. In the last 30, 40 years, with about a black woman, and it's in the title. Because India Ari's got that brown skin.
Yeah. Oh, no, black brother. Is it black brother?
Strong brother. Right. But that's about a man.
Okay.
Give it to
me.
Does
it have it in the title?
Yeah, it's called Brother.
It's not called Black Brother?
No, it's called Brother.
Oh, maybe people are afraid to do that in the title.
I think you're right.
Maybe.
I think a man says, ask him on limit how many downloads I get or how many sales I get if I make it just about black women who are only 13% of the population.
I don't know. I'm not choosing to buy into it yet. I got to find somebody's got to have a song about black women.
God, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, but the sisters are giving it up.
Oh my
sisters
God.
are giving it up.
I could probably name 10 or 12 of them tracks.
Yeah.
So
wow.
So why you all, Joe? What's this?
First of all, it's cold outside. I have a turtleneck on. I have a turtleneck
in the rain. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. It is cold outside. And by the way, don't look in my direction.
Look at you.
Because I wasn't supposed to have one. Andy tried to steal it from me earlier. I got to see for
everybody. It's Monday. You don't need to start this. You don't need to have one. Everybody's been telling you the same thing, Danny.
You should see my DMs right now. After that, come on, go on, open up.
No, that ain't it. Don't encourage him, Andy.
That's me on the toilet in about 10 minutes.
It's terrible. You don't need to have that.
I need one today. I'm still not sleeping.
Okay, then none tomorrow. How about that?
I'm coming in dry tomorrow.
You heard him.
So what's going on with the Raw Report tonight?
The Raw Report. I'm just going to report on a lot of things going on out there that's happening in the entertainment industry. My gosh. I mean, there's so much, but yeah, I'm actually very curious to have this conversation about Bad Baby, the Catch Me Outside girl. Catch Me Outside. We'll talk about her and the heat right now. I think that's going to turn into an entire conversation on for us, I think.
Who she look like? Go on, say it.
I'm not even going to say. I'm going to wait for the Raw Report.
Listen, y'all.
We are going to talk about it all in the Raw Report.
Y'all got to hear it at the top of the hour because this young lady, she looks like two people. You know the two people I'm talking about, too. She looks like a mixture of those two people.
Okay.
Because those people have influenced the entire culture. And black, white, Latina, Asian, all of them look like those two women.
So she's a really good example of, we've had this conversation before. You had the whole Black China effect.
You were naming them already. You taking my thunder.
But that's not who she looks like to me. So
and Kim Kardashian obviously is the other one.
But
she looks just like Kim Kardashian.
She's a good example of who you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And why why we had that conversation. So we'll talk about that and a lot of other things going on inside the entertainment world right now.
The Raw Report coming up at the top of the hour. And don't forget, the third hour, we might bring you a few more of the Upon Further review clips that you all have sent us over the past few days. Clips that extend the conversation on some of the topics we touched on recently on the Danny Mo Show. The first clip, we didn't get to it on Thursday. We'll bring it tonight. It's that Generation X clip that I wanted. Thank you, Andy. I appreciate you so much. On how we know what we are talking about because we are Gen X. We're in between the older generation and the younger generation, so we kind of can experience both cultures at the same time. We are perfect at it. We're going to talk about that. The second clip was sent to me over the weekend, posted by D Storm Power, and it features a member of the KKK. I think it's like the Grand, what do they call it, the Grand Dragon? What do they call their top dog?
The Grand Wizard?
Grand Wizard.
Yeah.
Ain't no magic happening with that wizard. He's describing why they want a race war. Yeah, they want one. They've been eagerly anticipating it for years, and it's a chilling piece of audio that y'all need to hear.
Wow.
And the last clip is from Dave Chappelle. Y'all see him on this now?
I've seen it.
Pretty funny, but getting a lot of backlash. But this is an older clip discussing why he left the Chappelle Show and what he truly felt like abandoning that show. It's a strong message to all the creatives that are listening out there. And it kind of ties into what he's going through today. Powerful. Upon further review clips all coming up in the third hour, right after the Raw Report. In the meantime and in between time, make sure you follow us on all socials. Like, share, comment, and most importantly, tell your friends and family. Do the same and get us on YouTube as well, watching us as well. Hi y'all. Look at Look at Robin! They can't even see me, huh? Look at Robin! They can see me now, boogers all in my nose. They can see. Also, remember to download the KBLA app to gain even more access to us. You can stream KBLA Live. You can use the open mic feature to speak about whatever you want to talk about, and we just might play it over the air. That's the new KBLA app exclusively from KBLA Talk 1580. We got a lot to talk about, but tonight we are discussing the power of words. Where do you stand on vitriolic vernacular? Don't we have a responsibility to be better towards one another, especially the youngsters? Or are you also of the belief that we need to be tough on our kids to prepare them for a world that won't be fair to them? And can someone hurt your feelings by using simple words? Even as an adult, I'll go to the queen. Where you at? Can people affect you? Because you're a confident young lady. Can anybody say something to you and break you down? Or you at the point in your life was right off, like water off a duck's back, as they say? I mean, I'm still human at the end of the day, and I think anybody can, if said the proper way, the right way, and being intentional about it, I think you can hurt anybody. But for the most part, love getting older because as you get older you get more confident in who you are, and stuff really does tend to roll off of your back a little bit more. Things they tend to affect you a little bit less, but still, for the most part, I'm still human in that regard. What about your babies? do you try to be tough on them? Because you know this world is just reckless abandon will come after you and break you down. Do you try to, give them a little tough, little metal, little tough stomach?
Yes and no. Yes and no. I definitely tell them to, put your chin up, thug it out. You know what I'm saying? Get tough. But at the same time, I think that I still want to provide an environment for them to feel safe and feel at home, feel loved. Because if the world is so harsh, then you need somewhere to go, for protection and all of that. So I think they get a healthy balance of both. I really do. I don't think I'm soft on them. I talk about this all the time. There's no doubt about it. My kids are, right? And so because of that, which is not their fault, this is just the life that they sort of come into, because of that, naturally they're a little bit, they have a little less, they're a little less prepared than maybe somebody else, right? So is anyone else?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it.
Yeah, so I have to then sort of bring about that other part, that, that toughness. I have to, So, there's many different ways that it can look, but for the most part, I will say I believe that they're balanced.
And I know you and your husband don't consider yourselves to be rich, but
not at all.
Can you be tough and privileged?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You think so?
Oh yeah, definitely. Okay. I know plenty of people who, and I aspire to do that. I want to be that way, to teach my kids to be tough. Even if you are considered privileged, be tough, but also respectful, have empathy, those different types of things. But be ready for the world as well. Like, I'm really about that life. Like, I'm really about you got to know about the streets. You got to know what's really out there. So I prepare them in that way.
In 10 seconds, was my comment to Jessica Rose, was I off base? Is it wrong to say, no, you're beautiful? Is that wrong?
I hear what you're saying with it. I think most people would naturally side with you or not think anything was wrong because we're conditioned that way.
Right.
But in the grand scheme of things, it was wrong.
Yeah.
It was a little off base. Yeah.
I feel bad going home. Like, that's not what I was trying to do or say.
And I don't think she took it that way, by the way.
Right.
I think she understood, probably have heard it before, but she probably has heard it before to have that sort of quick-wittedness the way that she has.
Yeah.
She responded very quickly as though she's had this conversation before and had to tell somebody that before.
Yeah. Yeah, she seemed like she was pretty cool with it.
Yeah.
And she is beautiful.
Of course.
Man, I was watching her over the weekend. She winning.
Oh,
Jessica
she's
Rose
out here winning. Oh, definitely.
When we come forward, we jump into the 7 series, 1-800-920-1580, 1-800-920-1580, and we might also take some of your phone calls inside the Danny Mo Show, KBLA Talk 1580. We got a lot to talk about. Stay there.
Nighttime is the right time for Danny Morrison on KBLA Talk 1580, 1580.
I'm Mike Island, and here's the latest from the Black Information. Has emerged as the winner of the race for Arizona governor. NBC News made the projection as more votes came in from the race that had become one of the nation's most closely watched contests. Hobbs is the current Secretary of State, and she was running against former TV news anchor, Republican Carrie Lake. Grammy-winning singer Roberta Flack is no longer able to sing due to ALS. According to her rep, Flack has a hard time speaking, but it will take a lot more than ALS to silence this icon. ALS is a progressive neurodisease that impacts the nerve cells in the brain and spinal cord. The Miami Marlins are the first major U.S. sports team to have women leading day-to-day operations, with Caroline O'Connor being promoted to president of business operations. And that's the latest. I'm Mike Island from your 24/7 news source, the Black Information Network, and BINnews.com.
The holiday season is here, and if peace and quiet is at the top of your wish list, you'll love Casper's selection of mattresses. Save up to $800 online or at a participating store near you. Exclusions apply. See Casper.com/promo.
You ready? Excuse me. Now that I have your attention, ask you this question. Why do you believe police brutality continues to exist? Do you believe believe it to be a systemic problem, or should we judge police misconduct on a case-by-case basis? And what's your opinion on the best course of action to solve the problem? Well, you have come to the right place. You're listening to LA's all-new progressive talk radio station. Of the people, by the people, for the people.
Hey, I sure appreciate that.
KBLA Talk 1580. We got you covered round the clock. Racism, we got you. Progressive politics, we got you. Health and wellness education, we have you covered.
We're going to have to put it back in the hands of the people.
A black-owned and operated, evidence-based alternative radio station for progressive, open-minded people like you and me.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Welcome home, LA. We're all in this together.
Let's get it on.
KBLA Talk 1580, broadcasting from the heart of LA's Leimert Park. We got a lot to talk about.
We are going to have to fight. We're going to have to struggle. We're going to have to struggle relentlessly to bring about the peace.
If you're the victim of a car accident, call the pros at MVP Accident Attorneys. When it comes to getting the maximum compensation you deserve, our team hits it out of the park. Call 833-MVP-WINS for a free case review.
Call me your MVP.
Hi, I'm Tavis Smiley. As KBLA Talk 1580 host, we never quite know where the conversation is going to go. But sometimes our guests really surprise us.
Let me just close with saying I downloaded your app while we were talking. It's a terrific app. I look forward to it. I'm enjoying your format and what have you. I will tweet it to my several 100,000 followers and call their attention to it as well.
If the KBLA 1580 app is enticing enough for our guests to download and share, you should download the app and share with your friends too.
That's beautiful.
So, download the KBLA 1580 app today and take us with you wherever you go. KBLA Talk 1580.
You are now rocking with the best.
We got a lot to talk about.
I won't thank you.
KBLA Talk 1580 would like to thank all the businesses that tune in to KBLA at work. We celebrate you, your calls to the station, and your overall support. To show our appreciation, we would like to treat your office to a lunch for 10, brought to you by K. Michelle's Kitchen Catering. Open the KBLA Talk 1580 app or log on to KBLA1580.com to be selected for our Office of the Week. We know you are just like our staff, putting in many smart, hard-working hours. We just want to say thank you, and we appreciate you. You and your staff deserve lunch on us. Enter your office to win lunch for 10 and be highlighted on KBLA Talk 1580 as our Office of the Week. Open the KBLA app or log on to KBLA 1580 to enter your office today to become the KBLA Talk 1580 Office of the Week. Sponsored by K. Michelle's Catering.com. Become the KBLA Talk 1580 Office of the Week. This has been a KBLA Talk 1580 community call to action.
The Los Angeles Urban League helps African American and others in underserved communities achieve true social parity, economic self-reliance, and civil rights. For over 100 years, Los Angeles Urban League has ensured our communities have access to careers with living wages, opportunities to start and grow businesses, and clear pathways to personal and professional growth. Programs like BizCamp, Construction Career Academy, Spa Business Ready, and B-Warp. The Black Wealth Attainment and Retention Program are examples of the ongoing events designed to make our centennial mission to rebuild Black Wall Street right here in LA a reality. To sign up for our newsletter or to support the Los Angeles Urban League with your time, talents, and donations, visit laul.org. That's laul.org. The Los Angeles Urban League is a proud sponsor of Urban Family Focus, Saturdays at 7 a.m. KBLA Talk 1580.
You're listening to the Danny Morrison Show exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
Is it a black song? You couldn't find one, could you? I'll try. That's crazy, right? Come on. We live right now, live on YouTube, live on the frequency, live on the KBLA app, KBLA1580.com. Danny Mojo, come on, let's go.
Thought that I knew about him. Thought that they would never do me wrong. Well, they smile on your face. With all the time they wanna take your place. Then back to separate. Ain't one thing that
show, KBLA Talk 1580. That's what we are talking about tonight. The fake people that are in your life. Words matter. The words that come out of your mouth can be just as painful as they are uplifting, depending on the person you're talking to and the circumstances you talk about. Hey, by the way, Good Day and Blessings just said, I'm black and I'm proud. I don't qualify.
That's
a powerful song. We're talking about a song sung by a man about a black woman with the word black in the title.
Yeah.
She got close. Chocolate Legs from Eric Benet. You got that song? Chocolate, is it clean? I don't know if it's clean. It's called Chocolate Legs. I don't know.
But shout out to Good Day and Blessing. She be on it.
She over there, you know what I'm saying? Danny don't understand it.
What?
Chocolate Legs. Danny don't know about no chocolate.
What is that?
Danny don't know about no chocolate
Stop
legs.
rubbing on your...
Why am I rubbing myself like that?
I don't know, but it's not...
I guess it's a good
I don't
day
like it.
for a blessing.
I don't like it.
Okay, this is Eric Benet, Chocolate Legs. I've never heard it.
I've never heard the song.
And we love Eric Benet.
Love Eric Benet. Love. Never heard this though.
Acoustic, you had me at hello? Come on, Eric.
This world ain't nothing but crazy.
Ooh, I like it already.
I'm out here working, trying to make it. Girl, it's so rough in this city. Ain't no rest for the weary. Feel me. I need something to feel. So my spirit can heal, babe. I need you to wrap the chocolate legs for me.
Oh yes!
You got one?
No. This I love this song.
Oh, you know?
You'll make everything alright.
Somebody get some cold water for rubbing ankles right now. That's all I'm saying.
The memory of my day will quickly just fade away when you come wrap them chocolate legs around me.
And then he went and got a white woman. That's crazy. No, I'm playing. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You better leave Eric alone.
I love Eric Benet. You know I love him.
Leave EB alone.
All right.
That was a great song. I remember it now that I heard the hook. Yes, I remember that song.
And she just sent me Blackberry Molasses from
Yeah, that's the one I said. Yeah.
Let's jump into the 7 series right now, Annie. Come on, let's go.
One topic, 7 answers. It's time for the 7 series on KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
You heard that track talking about fake love coming out the bottom of the hour from Mr. Andy. I appreciate you, by the way, playing that. Now I'm going to give you the 7 people showing fake love to you, and you may not even know it. You want to join the discussion, you know what to do. 1-800-920-1580, 1-800-920-1580. 7 people showing love to you, and you may not even know it. Number 1, that fake friend. Yeah. That person that criticizes you to other people. Then smile all in your face like it's all good. That person that won't defend you in your absence. Yeah, that person. The person that only calls when they need something. Don't be checking on you. Don't be seeing how things are going. And that is the first person showing fake love to you.
Mm-hmm. This is good.
This is really good.
I like this one. This is a good one. I think we all have come into contact with people such as this. This is so good.
Yeah, go ahead.
I like it.
Number 2. The fake office buddy. They act like you're on the same team, but they will step on your neck for advancement, referencing your faults to the boss regularly. They want to reach the top, but will stab you in the back every chance they get, and that is the second person showing fake love to you, and you may not even know. We have all, in our lifetimes, worked with somebody in the office that is your buddy. All the time. How you doing? I'm gonna show you the ropes. I'm gonna show you how to, work on the register, whatever you got to do. But boy, when they with the boss, I think so-and-so came in late today. You might want to keep an eyeball on the clock.
That's happened to me. It's definitely happened to me. Yes, I had the privilege of working for my, how did it go back then? At the time, he was my fiance's best friend's mom.
Okay.
So I was working for her, and so she became like another mother figure, right? And she loved me, and so I had certain privileges, and I was her assistant, by the way. I was an assistant, and I did some accounting work as well. But anyway, the people in the office would smile in my face, but they would go to her, and she would tell me. She'd tell me all the things.
She shouldn't tell you that stuff.
Well, I mean, she wasn't saying like directly. She was just telling me some of the things that were kind of, coming up, and so she had to address it with me because it was becoming, talk in the office.
I ain't gonna say who said it, but let me just tell you what I've heard.
Basically, she wound up leaving the company, and someone filled her place. And I thought I was on my way up, going to be promoted. I was doing a great job. I was bringing in money to the, company and all. I got let go.
Wow.
I got let go.
The minute she left?
When she left, and I was replaced, and I thought this new person was going to come in and, read in the file that I had done all these wonderful things. So I'm going into the office thinking I'm about to, get a promotion or something. And, in fact, I got let go.
So they did have it out for you the whole time?
They did, yeah. Wow. Isn't that crazy?
That's the definition of fake love right there.
Yeah.
Here's number 3, the fake fans. Look, if you're an artist or a performer, these people claim that they support you but have never spent a dime on your work or appeared at one of your shows ever. That's the third person showing fake love to you, and you may not even know it. We've talked about it before a couple weeks ago, remember? Who was the artist that said that? He says, you don't really have real fans and followers until they get into their car and come to see you.
Yeah.
Pay money for a ticket and come see you. Or when you post something on your socials, they get on your website and spend money. Until they start doing that, you can't consider them to be fans.
So what's the difference between is there a difference between a supporter and a fan? A supporter may play your music or enjoy you while you're out, or they're home. Like, say you're playing at a local place, they'll come out maybe because it's not too much of an inconvenience. But is that the difference between a supporter and a fan, whereas a fan would go out of their way to come see you, go and pay money? Is there a difference?
I don't know. The definition might be changing in 2022 because some might say if you stream an entire album of your favorite artist,
that's putting money in
their pocket. You're putting money in their pocket.
Yeah.
Is that good enough?
Or is it just like, they're cool, because I have a bunch of artists who I'm like, oh, yeah, they're cool, and I'll listen to them when they come on, but I'm not going to go buy the album or stream it or anything like that, but just I enjoy it when it comes on.
I think that's the 2022 definition of support.
Ooh.
But if you're not streaming their music and you're not paying money to go to a concert to see them, you're just a follower at that point, right?
Maybe, yeah. So it's interesting. I'm not sure. But nowadays, influencers and people like that are, to a certain degree, they have fans, and so they even understand that language now. Not just artists or celebrities anymore, but they're influencers now too, who would understand. Find it, or are you not? You know what I mean? So. Interesting.
I've asked multiple times, and we can answer on the other side. I've asked multiple times of artists, and I think I brought it up on the show before. What stops someone that is your competitor, but you know their success could lead the rest of the people to follow and be pulled up and be successful as well? What stops you from posting or sharing another artist on your page? I want you to describe what stops an MC, a singer, maybe both of y'all make candles. I don't know.
You hate that.
Explain to me what stops you from saying, hey, I know somebody else doing this. Y'all should check that out, too. 1-800-920-1580, 1-800-920-1580. You're inside the 7th series, Danny Morrison Show, KBLA Talk 1580. We got a lot to talk about.
From Bakersfield to Los Angeles, like George and Weezy, Danny Morrison is moving on up at KBLA Talk 1580.
Wakanda Forever. Maisha Cairo here with your K-Black Minute News, brought to you by LA Care Health Plan. This is the week we have all awaited. The highly anticipated sequel to Black Panther is set to release this week in theaters, Wakanda Forever, starring Tina Huerta, Michael B. Jordan, Letitia Wright, Lupita Nyong'o, to name a few. Now, Black Panther made about $202 million in 2018 on opening weekend,
Do you think that this sequel will do the same? Tweet us to let us know at KBLA 1580. And thanks to our new sponsors, LA Care Health Plan, the largest publicly operated health plan in the country, is pleased to announce that its LA Care covered product has the most affordable rates across all metal levels in Los Angeles County. And thanks to an extension of federal subsidies, some members will have premiums as low as $0 a month. Log on to
When you're the victim of a car accident, who goes to bat for you is crucial. We're MVP accident attorneys, the personal injury pros. Hiring the right law firm can be the difference between a rewarding settlement and striking out. Our team is in it to win it, and we'll fight to get the maximum compensation you deserve. Call the pros at MVP accident attorneys at 833-MVP-WINS for your free consultation. Call 833-MVP-WINS.
Call me your MVP.
The California Crusader newspaper would like to thank all of our subscribers for their support throughout the years, proudly serving the South Los Angeles and South Bay areas for more than 40 years. The California Crusader is a multicultural, black-owned, adjudicated newspaper that focuses on providing newsworthy information to the people in our community. We're constantly looking for ways to assist businesses in our community to connect with our subscribers. We provide low-cost, effective ways to promote your business with our reasonable and affordable advertising rates. You can participate by suggesting, sharing, and submitting your stories on the California Crusader newspaper Community Share Facebook group page, or visit our website at cal-cruise-news.com. That's calcruisenews.com. Then click on the Submit Now button located on the top right corner of the homepage, or text CCN to 42828. Again, text CCN to 42828. The California Crusader newspaper. We're together to build a better community for our future. Subscribe today.
Come on, we're going to be late to the cookout. I was just packing up my famous mac and cheese. I hope you packed a Pepto, too. Huh? Pepto-Bismol provides fast relief from heartburn and indigestion. You know, that uncomfortable feeling after you eat too much, and after the deviled eggs, baked beans, and barbecue ribs. You're going to need it. Barbecue ribs? I should probably pack an extra shirt, too. Good call.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Pepto-Bismol. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Man, I slept.
New ZQuil Pure Z's Restorative Herbal Sleep is made for people who are tired of being tired.
I've never slept like this before. I've never woken up like this before.
A melatonin-free sleep aid made with a botanical blend that contains clinically studied and effective valerian root, hops, and passion flower, shown to help promote better restorative sleep. ZQuil Pure Z's Restorative Herbal Sleep. Sleep this good, feel this good. Available at retailers near you.
Real talk, real time, the gospel truth. You're listening to the 1580.
And you in here chilling inside the 7 Series right now. 7 people showing fake love to you, and you may not even know it. Number 1 was the fake friend. Number 2 was the fake office buddy. Number 3 was the fake fans out there that act like they spending money on you and act like they putting money in your pocket and supporting your plight when they ain't doing none of that. I think you already answered the question whether or not that's a 2022 definition, right? Like if someone streams your album, it's kind of the same thing. It's the same as us going down to Sam Goody when we were younger and picking up that CD. If someone streams your album all the time, same thing?
No, I think it is, I guess, in terms of like putting maybe the same advantage for the artist. Same advantage in the sense of like you're still receiving some, monetary benefit, but different for us as a consumer because I think, in order to leave your house back in the day, go to Tower Records or you said Sam Goody?
Sam Goody, The Warehouse.
The Warehouse. Well, we were big on Tower Records. My sister and I, we got paid every Friday, and every Friday we would take our check and get at least 1 CD. Go to Tower Records and get 1 CD, and we had they were racked up. We just had it. But the love you have to have for somebody to go, leave your home, go to a store, and then get it. Now, anybody, any day, so it doesn't require any effort. So I think that part is different on us. Like we used to put in more of an effort to show people how much we love them.
And 1 stream is in $15.
Definitely, the streaming is so different now.
Can you believe we used to spend $15 on 1 album?
Yeah, we did.
That's crazy.
We did. Sometimes even more. You remember like $17 albums. Sometimes it would be like a double disc CD or something like that. But Yeah, $12.99 or $14.99. Oh man.
What was the last double album you bought? I think mine was Speaker Box Love Below. All Eyes on Me before that one.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I think those are the only two I've bought in the last 25 years, actually.
Yeah, I actually do not remember. I think I told you, but when I got saved, I threw out every single CD that I had.
Blasphemy!
Complete blasphemy. I can't believe I did it, and I was really just trying to put only good stuff in my ears, listen to only good things. So I threw away every single CD that I had, and it was like a serious collection. I can't even. I'm just upset even thinking about it. Let's go on to number.
All I know is there's a sanitation worker somewhere with a whole stack of CDs. A whole stack.
Some good tunes, some good music.
I asked you on the other side, by the way, real quick here. What stops that artist from streaming his competition or sharing his competition?
Yeah, I think that it depends on where you are in your journey, right? So a newer artist might feel a little bit more intimidated. They may feel like they're trying to get their brand out there, their name out there, so they can't afford to put anybody else's stuff out there. You'll notice that really successful actors, people who've just, succeeded in some way, shape, or form in their industry, they've conquered it. They don't even need to promote really what they're doing. You just know who they are. They're a celebrity. They often post other people, whether they're funny people, or, gifted people, singers, or promote other people's projects, and I think once you get to a certain level and you realize there is no competition, but it only shares how dope you are to be able to share someone else's content. I think once you get to that place in life, then you'll start not at the level yet.
Facts.
Yeah.
You know who's the queen of that? Viola Davis.
Oh, she is. She's great.
Viola shares everybody and everything.
She does. She does.
Let's jump back into the 7th. By the way, Good Day and Blessing says Corinne Bailey Ray at Whole Foods was $20. I wish I would.
Wow.
I love Corinne.
Yeah, Corinne is nice, but
$20.
When you went to Whole Foods, that was the issue.
You know what I'm saying?
They put it,
They want a whole wallet when you go up in there. Number 4, the fake crew. These guys ride with you, but they don't have your best interest at heart. They sabotage anything great happening with you. They're holding back your success solely because they like your talent. They need you, yet fail at making you better. That's the 4th person showing fake love to you, and you may not even know it. You ain't got that kind of crew. You said you already weeded out them people. Here's number 5, the fake fantasy. Back then they didn't want you. Now you're hot. They all own you. Yep. You climbing. He or she wanted nothing to do with you when you was working at UPS. Now they want your time because you shine. What a coinky dink. And that is the 5th person showing fake love to you. Amen. Look, you and I both can relate. Don't tell me you ain't got no cats from your past. Like, hey, Robin, I see you. I see you dancing on the red carpet, girl. I get it pretty regularly.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know that people. I think the most obvious one for me were the people who I went to junior high school with, who used to try to bully me, and they all have come back in our adult years, and they've all been like, "I'm so proud of you," and just
with an apology attached.
An apology attached. Wow. Yeah, I've had at least 3 people come and apologize, which actually meant a lot because don't try to bully me. That's not cool, right? And then but in my mind, even back then, I was like, watch all of
kissing my behind. I'm gonna have my bodyguards whoop y'all up.
It's not that. I wasn't, but it does feel good to get an apology, with the whole I see you kind of thing.
Now that is a great story for your kids.
Yeah.
You talk about a teachable lesson right there.
Definitely, yeah.
You just tell them, I'll be back for y'all. Y'all pay attention to me. Here's number 6, the fake reconnect. Your ex has been in your ear for a long time about getting back together, but you're not stupid. You've watched them ruin every relationship they've been in since your breakup. They haven't changed. Never will. If you come back together, it'll fail again. And that is the 6th person showing fake love to you, and you may not even know it.
I ain't got no exes trying to get back in my life.
Self-explanatory. Here, number 7, the down in the DM fake love. Shush right now. Shush. Both of y'all. Shush. They want you. They want you badly. they sent you multiple sexy pictures of themselves, scantily clad and half naked, penis pics and crotch shots. I don't get them. That's Robin. Problem is,
don't play with me.
Don't act like you ain't never come on. You don't get none of them?
No, I don't. People respect me too much.
You've never in your life.
Do I seem like the type of person that pick like that?
Yeah, you're beautiful.
No, it's not that.
That's all it takes. I'm sorry.
No. It takes a certain type of woman who's putting herself out there that says you're open to receiving that and you're cool with receiving that. I'm not that type of woman, and I don't give off that energy. So no man is in my DMs sending me pictures like that. That's a fact.
So Bad Baby's getting those pics, but you ain't.
I don't know what Bad Baby's getting, but Robin Ayers is not getting that.
Bad Baby is getting because I sent her one. So let me finish. But here's the thing. They have sent those same pictures to half of Los Angeles. You're not special. You're just the pick of the week. That's the seventh and final person showing fake love to you, and you may not even know.
Just because you listen, Thirst Trap Morrison.
There it is right there.
This is what you receive in your DMs.
Not penis pics.
The scantily
clad.
Yeah, you're getting those women who are sending you pictures or whatever. I don't get any pictures. I don't get anything like that. I don't even get men coming on to me like that in my DMs.
Do you think if you dressed differently that would change?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You think it's mostly a physical appearance then?
People, I think that it's just you tell people, you teach people how to approach you. I've always said that. You teach them how to approach you. I teach you just off of my aura how you can approach me. I wish you would try to come at me some type of way. Like it'd be like, who is it? I mean, not even trying to come at people like that, but like it would literally you think you're talking to? Who do I present myself to be that you think that you can send this type of photo to me? I'd be so confused by that because that's not my energy. I don't care if you're beautiful. I don't care what it is. But the type of energy that I give off is fun, it's professional, but it's like respectable at the same time.
Come on.
I think anybody would see that if they follow me on social media.
Then answer a quick question for me, and we're up against it here big time. Why would a woman, any woman that is married or in a relationship, take a picture with her butt poking out to the side with her booty?
That's a great question, and I'm going to answer that on the other side. That's a great question.
1-800-920-5080. Danny Morrison Show, KBLA Talk 1580. Your Raw Report and the Booty Answers coming up next. KBLA, y'all stay right there.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Mike Island, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network. Democrat Katie Hobbs has emerged as the winner of the race for Arizona governor. NBC News made the projection as more votes came in from the race that had become one of the nation's most closely watched contests. Hobbs is the current Secretary of State, and she was running against former TV news anchor Republican Carrie Lake. Grammy-winning singer Roberta Flack is no longer able to sing due to ALS. According to